focus on keeping it organised, and if teams can keep themselves organised and play out correct strategies, then they can have a chance of beating Mercedes in the drivers and constructors. So they just really need to up their game, which Switch said, so that they're able to step forward into the top three, points of the constructors, top three positions. Um, I think Fire Legend. Believe he's a driver. I think you're on the chat, aren't you? Fire Legend, you were in the chat, weren't you? I don't know if you're. I think he's a driver or is a. I have the driver line up here actually. Let me get a quick. I've only had a quick look at it, so give me a second, everybody. Here we go. Driver lineups. It looks like we're about to start into qualifying. This should be a full qualifying, so I need to quickly get over with all the. There's so much to talk about with the end of the season, the last season, so I'm a bit busy. So we've got SMG Vortex and SMG Viper, the Aston Martin team. They did a really good job, so they're still in Aston Martin. There's a new Alpine lineup, Pablos and Bailey. They're now the Alpine F1 team. Who else have we got? Yes, Callum. Yeah, that's Shaggy. Oh yeah, we saw Shaggy. Like I said, we saw Shaggy last in the last race, so I'm interested to see what he does. We saw Hugo. So Hugo, not Hugo. Hugo. We saw him last season towards the end of the season. He's in the AlphaTauri team. I think he wasn't really able to show his pace as he was a reserve driver. He struggled a little bit to get into Q2, but hopefully now he's got a proper seat, he can really focus. We've got Lion. He was reserved for Mercedes last year as well, occasionally. So they hopefully can be trying to upgrade and get into those midfield fights now, like we saw last season. There was some really big fights last season. But anyway, I'm going to stop yapping and we're going to, have a look at what our drivers can do on this track in a new season. It is raining for our first qualifying session. Let me just get up all the correct stats and everything that you will probably want to see. So, yeah, raining in Australia. I mean, could happen potentially. But let's see how the drivers do. I think people wanted to. I think a lot of drivers probably were like, "Oh, crap, we've got a rainy session for our first qualifying," and a lot of these new drivers are out and they're already having to go out into a wet qualifying. You're gonna struggle a bit, especially if you've got a wet race as well. So we've got Viper running out early in the Aston Martin team. So they're obviously just trying to get used to the track a little bit. The first lap, you don't need to stress out too hard. Don't want to waste the tyres. Maybe if you don't need to go for a crazy push lap. Just see what your potential with the car is. Get comfortable again, as we've had a 2-week break since the last race, instead of our usual 1-week gap and then another race. So let's see what the drivers can do. If they're going to struggle a little bit in the rain, if they're going to be, hopefully they've been practicing. Out on their own, doing a lot of maybe career sessions, trying out with different AIs, so really challenging themselves to keep them consistent. But let's see what will happen. Callum, I think, yeah, reserve driver, so we haven't seen him much. Fire Legend in the Ferrari. I think he's a reserve driver, because, well, for the Ferrari drive up, we've got Seplet and TXG, and Seplet isn't on right now, so maybe Fire Legend is taking over for him. Thank you for letting me know to stay hydrated, by the way. I'm just reading their chat right now while everyone's going for our laps. Okay, we've got Aston Martin. First lap of the season is going to be Viper. Let's see what he can do on his outlap. He's going to have a little bit of traffic in the way at the start, so they're going to have to either quickly move out of the way in a safe manner, or they're going to have to start picking up the pace if they don't want to get in his way. I like this track. It's got 4 DRS zones because it's quite a tight track in some areas. People are going to struggle with overtakes a little bit, but then we're going to have massive DRS trains, I think. So if the drivers can keep with that top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions and stop, we don't really want a midfield fight. We've got to get them pushing up into the top 5 so in order for them to be able to progress and get those points for their team. You know, people don't really want to be stuck in finishing 7th every race. They want those wins. So you never know with rain though. If it is going to rain, I don't know obviously the weather stats, but if it is going to rain the race, there could be some dramatic changes to who wins if there are any strategy changes if it dries out, if it starts raining again. So, you know, some of these fast drivers could actually lose out with safety car strategies and rain strategies. So we'll have to see what the drivers decide to do out on track. This is going to be a very strat heavy race if there are safety cars. But the last few of the races last season, we had a lot of safety cars in some races, and literally you had to box every single time, so you'd keep the fresh tyres. So I think in Singapore it was raining a little bit and people were just having to keep hitting every single time there was a safety car so that they wouldn't be on old intermediates off the restart. So everyone was just boxing every single lap because there was a safety car every lap. But hopefully now we can, you know, clear last season, focus on organisation, keeping the racing clean but also entertaining for your own benefit. For my purposes, be able to commentate, we've got to keep this league up and running. We've got to get this league popular because this is a good league. I think this league has potential. You know, I wouldn't have commentated it if I didn't think it would do well. I think this league has really good drivers who could, you know, get some really good sort of promotions, if you know what I mean. So let's see what these drivers are capable of. We've got Fire Legend with fastest lap right now. Switch has just put in a 1:26.357. So Switch starting off well. I mean, only a few drivers have gone out so far, so we can't really judge the drivers off what their first lap is, especially in the rain. People haven't been on for a while. So let's see what our drivers can do. Right, so MV1, I think we saw him maybe one race last season. We've seen Payback. I think Payback got a really good result for his rookie race. Oh, Ali, I'm gonna call you Ali, Alpine driver here. It's just putting it into second position with a 1:26.6. So Switch, Ali, and then Fire Legend. So good job from the team. We've got a mixed amount of teams here. But Switch, I think Switch was saying that he really wants to push this season. He really wants to do a good job. He needs to focus on strategy, fixing his strategy, and being able to keep up with that pace of the other drivers, and you know, saving the tyres so that he doesn't fall back from them. So I was talking to him a lot on the Discord chat last night. He was saying how he wants to improve. It did feel like I was interviewing him, to be honest. There we go. Oh, I love Bears. The Williams driver in second position. I need to get the drivers lines up. Just keep these on constantly, so I know. I think we've got quite a lot of reserves out because I think a lot of the thing is a lot of Discord names are different to the actual F1 EA names, so I can't like tell if someone's changed their name or if they've got a different account or anything. So I'm just gonna have to go off their names and hopefully we can find out later on. So we'll have to see. Callum has just put in a 1:26.2. Wow, I'm pretty sure Callum was saying he's been off the game for a while, and now he's just come back after a few months, and he's just put in the fastest lap so far with the 10th gap. So really good job there, Callum. Obviously, maybe saying that just so he looks impressive, so he can get. Maybe he's trying to surprise us. Maybe maybe surprise himself. So, to be honest, but anyway, let's see what the rest of these drivers can do. We've got Persigelli. He's been very consistent. That's which gave very fast, very consistent, which gave him that championship last season. He was, I'm pretty sure he did a last to first or a last to second, I believe. So he did a really good job. We've got the box out as well. I'm excited to see where they're gonna be. I mean, they're only in 5th and 6th right now, but like I said. Rain. We don't actually know. People could make mistakes. There could be traffic in the way, so I can't keep up with every single driver on the grid. It's difficult to do that. But Haas drivers. It looks like everyone's gone out for their first lap so far. So I think Q1 is a bit. You just kind of stand around for a little bit, waiting to see. Because it's the longest qualifying session, you kind of have to wait the first 10 minutes, just kind of watching the drivers go round, and just wait until the last few minutes, and that's when you can really start. I can start commentating a bit more, and you get to see a bit more action. So yeah, looks like everyone's just already heading back into the pits right now. So I'm just trying to keep on talking about last season, talking about this season, talking about strategies while this goes on, because obviously not really much too happening straight away in this Q1 session. But like I said, going against Q2, Q3 to the race, it will be absolutely hectic. We'll have, not hectic in a bad way, but you know, we'll have a lot of commentating to do here. So it's been good. Shaggy has just written down in the chat, I've been playing F1 for 2020 all day and this feels kind of weird. So, yeah, obviously the massive handling differences between 2022 and the 2023 game. I'm excited to see what 2024 has to offer if they're going to, you know, continue this new steering. Obviously this new steering, the new steering is brilliant in this game. It's a lot better than last game. So, and Aaron has just put in a 125.7. Wow, so we're into the 125s now. Ferrari Drive doing a good job there. I think we might need a list of the EA usernames, Matteo, and a list of the actual Discord names as well, so I actually know who I'm talking about, because some of these drivers obviously have different usernames, and I won't know some of them. I know most of them, but just a few of the rookies I'm not sure about. So I think if we can get a rookie page, just so I know who the rookies are, because obviously we've got quite a lot of rookies this season, as I think a lot of the drivers from last season weren't comfortable in the Tier 1 series. Maybe they feel like they weren't confident enough to drive in the Tier 1 league, so I think a few of them have dropped down to Tier 2. But anyway, it gives us opportunity for new rookie drivers who deserve a spot. It's like real Formula 1. You've got to have your seat. You've got to keep your seat in the sport. Oh, and Shaggy's just whacked into the wall. I just got a little clip of that, and Shaggy has lost it. And the Red Bull driver have to move out of the way there. We got Josh Rose in the Red Bull as well. So Josh Rose in the Red Bull. Oh, he's moved. He was in the Alfa Romeo car. He's in a Red Bull this season. But Shaggy, unfortunately, out. He probably will be. He probably will maybe. Oh, he was looking at the Discord. He says he was looking at the Discord. How unfortunate there. So simple minor mistake of looking at the Discord can cause massive accidents, so he's going to have to start at the back of the grid pretty much and work his way out. Shaggy is a fast driver. He was good in the Singapore Grand Prix. I think he did a good job. He benefited well off the safety cars as well and the rain, but I think he's still very capable driver, and I think he could deserve a really good seat in Tier 1. Continue it into the 2024 game. The 2024 game, a lot of other drivers could also be like some drivers could find it more comfortable in the F1 24 game if it's, you know, different handling and the cars feel different. So it depends on how comfortable you feel with kind of the game controls and the handling. And so next season we could have some, you know, different driver sort of stand-ins where people are comfortable in. So you've got Pablos on a flying lap here into the Sector 2 section. I've got my little mini-map up here. I have to switch between the Twitch chat and the mini-map here. Got to learn the corner names. I haven't done this track yet, I'm commentating. But Pablos, he's either been overtaken or he's overtaken. What's going on here? A bit of traffic in his way. Is he going to have to bail out of this lap? He's going into the turn 11 now. This is an annoying corner, especially if you're trying to make an overtake, because you've got that really, really sharp red bit of the curb that pokes out. It's purposely there just so people don't corner cut. But the Alpine driver has got traffic in his way. He's going to have to back out of the lap. Wow, that could be looked at. I mean, I think we're trying to up our FIA system. So I think after races, we're encouraging drivers to. So yeah, just a quick note. So FIA, I think we're trying to make it a bit more serious. We're going to try and ask the drivers to clip any incidents that they find, and I think they complain about anything that gets in their way and crashes. Clip it for us. We can look at it later, observe it. I think maybe I could help out because I'm actually watching the stream. So I think we're going to have like a better FIA system towards the end of the race. People could get penalised maybe for the end of the race. If you have any suggestions for the Tier 1 League, we're thinking about maybe doing interviews for the drivers as well. So I could be interviewing the drivers. I'm not really sure how that's going to work, but like I said, you never really know. We could have some interviews, or we could have some messages pop up on the Discord saying how the drivers felt. So if you have any ideas, let us know in the idea box section in the Discord. taking a swig of some Coke there. My mouth is already starting to just foam up. It's so much talking to do about this new season and the new drivers. But anyway, we've got Aaron. I'd rather just call you Aaron, shorten it down. He is in first position with a 125.7. I don't know if he's is he TGX, Matteo? If Matteo's still here. If Matteo's still here, is he TGX for Ferrari? Aaron. Need to just make sure of that. But anyway, Callum still doing a stellar job for his after his break. We've got Persigelli in third position. Like I said, Mercedes drivers, they will be strong from last season. Yep, 7 months, Callum told me. He's been off, and he's already in second position into Q1. So I don't know. Maybe the pressure will get to him in Q3. The pressure, I mean, it is only a video game, but the pressure can hit, to be honest. Pressure can hit. Look up in chat, alright. Alright, okay, cool. So TGX. Ferrari driver is Aaron, so thank you, just clearing that up for me, thank you. So yeah, while we, Persigelli's retired, so he's obviously confident enough that he's going to make it into Q2. I mean, I'd be confident. I mean, he's done a whole season of just absolutely thrashing it. So, if he thrashed last season, I'm not going to argue with any of his decisions. He's probably is safe enough to get into Q2. We've got Josh Rose on an out lap, so he could be going out in that Red Bull. Obviously, equal performance, so you know that'd be completely unfair getting in the Red Bull seat. I mean, to be honest, it could make things more interesting if we make it unequal cars, because then people who are fast and do well in their cars could be seen and be like, oh, you want to get a Red Bull seat or something, but obviously we'll need managers for that and stuff, so it's a bit difficult to obviously do that. So we just like to keep it on equal performance, so we don't have to worry about that. But could be an interesting thing to do if the league ever is to expand a lot higher. But anyway, switch in fifth position. Got Ali. Fire Legend has retired, MV1 has retired, so they could be in a bit of risk. But as you think about it, there's only one seat to lose. Because 2 drivers have already DNF'd and we've only got 18 drivers. So only 1 driver is going to leave at the end of the session. So everyone pretty much in the top 10 is probably confident that they're going to make it in. It's only really these bottom drivers that can have to focus about it. SMG Viper, who raced last season, he's going to have to go for an outlap. He obviously must have had a poor sector at some point, but he's going to have to go for another outlap. We're going to have to see Gonu have to go out for another outlap. Gonu is fast. He's got potential cutting the corner there, so he can get out as fast as he can. Got Wen RC. He's going to have to go out for the Alfa Romeo team. Let me just look at the lineups here. Yep, Wen isn't. Yeah, so Wen gonna try and prove himself in that Alfa Romeo car. Alfa Romeo did well last season, but both their drivers are not actually in the Alfa Romeo teams anymore because Bran is in the Red Bull, and Josh Rose is also in the Red Bull. I think they're both in the Red Bull now. Yeah, they're both in the Red Bull. So let's see what they can do. There's only 1 Red Bull out tonight though, I believe, so obviously it looked like Brown wasn't able to make it into this race. He did a good job last season, has some unfortunate finishes, but he's done a good job. SMG Viper and Gonu could be in trouble here. They've got to get some good outlaps done. Viper a bit slow in that sector, I believe. I don't know if that's Ooh, he's about 800th of a second behind, so he's going to have to really keep up with the pace. Bit slidey. Ooh, that could really affect his time a bit there. Could lose about half a tenth with a bit of a slide. Let's see where Gonu is. Also right behind to get that bit cleaner than Viper did. Vortex just put it into 9th and Callum in 2nd, so Viper and Gonu in trouble here. If they do not get fast enough that time, Wen could be in danger. Payback will be safe. Let's see where Viper can put the car. Can he put it fast enough to get it into the Yes, hopefully that should be alright. And Gonu, is he going to be fast enough? Or is he going to be knocked out? Of course, I think he was fast enough there. So, yep. I'm pretty sure, yeah, 4th position for Gonu. Yep, he's a very confident, fast driver. He was the driver for last season, so I believe I was confident he was going to make it there. So the first one's out, Shaggy, after an unfortunate incident. After looking at his Discord, Wen is also out after having a bit of a poor start to the season, maybe struggling in the rain of this track. And Furzy didn't even set a lap time. I think he retired immediately. I don't know if he didn't feel confident or not, but we'll have to find out later. But right now, Josh Rose in 5th, Gonu in 4th, Persigelli in 3rd, Callum in 2nd, and Aaron in 1st. So TGX is Aaron. So if you didn't, if you were looking at the driver lineups, a bit confused about the names. So we're just heading into qualifying 2 now. There's going to be less drivers on the track now, so you know, less incidents maybe where people can get in the way, but still 15 drivers on the grids. Still got another qualifying after this to go. Obviously this qualifying session is a bit shorter, so let's see if the Mercedes well, people have been saying about the Mercedes dominance in the tier. Let's see if that is going to come true, and if they can maybe start putting in some faster laps. They didn't top in the first Q1, but they are, like I said, they don't need to be super confident. I mean super fast, obviously, to get into Q2, as they're very confident drivers. The Box and Persigelli, probably one of the fastest drivers I know. So we've got Viper going straight out again. I believe he went out before, straight before as well. So he likes to get out and get an early lap in. So yeah, some drivers already started to head out. Alright, so I think Ondras, which is the I Love Bears person, I'm going to call you Ondras, is a new driver. I think he's a rookie. Haven't seen his name in the Discord or in the EA usernames before, so I believe he is a new driver for Williams, taking the spot maybe for Box. And then we've got Furzy, obviously. I think he could be a new driver as well, I believe. I think he said he's also had quite a break from the game, so maybe he was struggling, maybe he wasn't confident enough to actually get the car into Q1. What are the guys, people's predictions for Q1 in the chat? Let me know who you think is going to get pole position, who you think is going to get 2nd or 3rd. Do let me know. Be interesting to see some of your ideas. Obviously, Callum's been quite fast, even though he's had a big break from the game, so he's got potential after a big break. Fire Legend was also quite fast as well. Josh Rose has potential. He's a race winner, so he has potential to get pole position. Who's going for a fastest lap here? A flying lap, I mean. So looks like the Box is on a flying lap. There we go, let me get all my settings up. Box, first one out on a flying lap in Sector 1. Let me just get my mini map up. Going into Turn 3 and Turn 4. Don't want to ride the curb in any of this part of the sector, really. Can really slow your pace down. Through Turn 5, this corner can be dangerous if you go wide into the wall and lose your wing. Turn 6 and 7 can be dangerous as well. You don't want to spin the car, lose the rear end around there. Don't want to go too fast, don't want to go too slow. Turn 8 and swoop in turn 8. This turn is like, we don't count this next bit as a corner. This bit is in turn 9. This is, I don't know if this is straight or a continuation of turn 8. It's just one big swoop in turn 8, but it is one big S sort of straight there. It's turn 9, turn 10. This is a very difficult section to get right. You don't want to be whacking the curbs too hard and spinning it off at turn 10 exit. Or you don't want to be riding too much curb around turn 11. A lot of the curbs are quite dangerous around this track. You want to be avoiding them quite a bit. A bit slidey there from Box. Into turn 12. Up into 12, 13. You don't want to look up the front tyres and go off the grass. It really, really slows down your time. He's done that neatly though. Not surprised from the Box. Down to turn 14. And straight up to the main straight. This is such a good track for the amount of... For the small amount of corners it's got. It's a very good track. 126 once. A little fast that we've seen. But definitely in that sort of second position chance. Viper's only run a 127.2. Oh wow, look at that. Bears is putting a 125.9, so these rookie drivers have potential. I like this. I like what I'm seeing here. Looks like we've got sort of Persigelli rivals here that could have a chance. I heard there was, I'm pretty sure someone, Matteo told me that there were some new drivers coming in who were Persigelli pace sports drivers. Maybe, so yeah, it's pretty crazy here. We've got Persigelli putting up into third position, just slightly faster than his teammate with a 126.079. Gonu up in fifth position. I think we've got Switch is the only one in the pit lane. Josh Rose is on a flying lap right now. Let's watch along with Josh Rose. I like Josh Rose. He got his race win. 125.734. So that's put up into first position. Oh my days. Well done, Josh Rose. 125.7. So this is a really, really stellar job from Josh Rose and the Red Bull driver for the Red Bull team. Getting those points. He needs to get some good points to prove his worth. I mean, he's a very talented driver. Known him for a while. We've got, yeah, so some rookie drivers doing some really good job here. Who else have we got? We've got Aaron. He topped last pretty much. So let's see. He was fast. So let's see what he can do. I've just typed something in the chat there. So he's in the final sector now at the last few corners, turn 13 and turn 14, up into this final and first DRS straight. So only DRS straights around this track. It's honestly, I think what the straights here is that you don't have a DRS detection zone in between the two. So sector 1 and 3 straight. So the main straight DRS zone and the second straight in sector 1 DRS straight are all linked. So you can't if you overtake somebody into turn 1 or turn 2, you get the DRS again. So you know you don't want to. You can take that chance of making the move into the first DRS zone, not having to worry about losing it in the second. So it could be interesting with some overtakes around here. Obviously the same with the DRS detection zone in sector 2 and the first one in sector 3. Looks like Ali is he's just putting in a validated lap time in, so unfortunately there's stuff there for him. Switch still on the Payback has retired from session, so maybe not confident. He's not going to get into Q1, so unfortunate stuff there for Payback. Maybe he doesn't think he's got the pace to put it up there. Switch still in the pit lane. It looks like everyone's gone for their flying laps now. We've still got a few on their out laps. Let's watch with Persigelli on a flying lap going into this final sector. He's invalidated, so he's going to have to back out of that immediately. Who else have we got? Bears looks like he's just had I don't know why he hasn't boxed there. Is Switch going to come out anytime soon, maybe? Gotta hear about him. So Payback is obviously a reserve driver, so he's just typing in the Discord now. Let's see what his say is with retiring. But if you are, yeah, do stay tuned in the Twitch because we will have the race very shortly. Embarrassing, he said, embarrassing, hit the pit wall and retired. Didn't know that wall was sticky. The wall was that sticky, yeah. The pit wall really sticks out on this track. I don't know what it is. Even like honestly, I admit I've hit that wall occasionally, like going into pit lane in practice and stuff. It is like you think you can go in there a lot faster, and then it's suddenly just literally slightly bigger than the cars, and you do whack it into that wall sometimes. So you gotta be careful with that. So. Right, I've just been kind of checking the Discords and everything right now. I'm already looking at track. I'm sorry about that, but look, it doesn't really look like anything crazy is going on. A lot of people still in the pits or just coming back from their out laps. We've got Viper on a flying lap, though. We can watch, follow along with him. Let's see if he makes any twitchy mistakes in the rain. Into this turn 3, into turn 4. This is a very bumpy curb. Nice job keeping it smooth there. Up to turn 5. I think he lifted a little bit, but obviously it's raining, so you've got to be careful. Turn 6. Turn 8. I think where you position your car, around this turn 8 is really long and less straight. Wherever you position your car, the wider you go around this corner, the more time you're going to lose. So you've really got to keep it tucked in there. This corner comes at you quite fast, but then like if you do that corner as well, the turn 9, turn 10 bit, it comes at you fast, but then it also comes at you slow, because you kind of, if you're prepared for it, you think, oh, alright, I'm going to turn it now, and then you realise you've just gone halfway over the curb. So you've really got to time that bit right, otherwise you're going to mess up turn 10. Nice job into the last few corners now. Just got to be careful of the acceleration. This corner is really difficult to keep the acceleration going. Like, you've got to put down as far as you can without slipping it. Up into the main straight, with Gires where he can stick the car and puts up into 6th position. So it's still a good job from him. It's probably where he was around sort of last season as well, fighting for this sort of 5th, 4th position. So good job there. Switch is now on a flying lap as well. Oh, the car's off there. Is that MP1? Who just crashed it? I don't know. There's a car off there, and it might be MP1 because MP1 did just DNF. So anyway, let's watch along with Switch. Switch is the one who basically gave him the mountain to climb for himself. He gave him a real challenge trying to beat that Mercedes team this season. Let's see if he can put that into practical. You know, you can't just say you're challenging it, and you know, you've got to prove yourself. Let's hope he can prove he can get into that, you know, podium positions in the next few races. Ali has just put in a 1:25. Oh, he's just put a 1:25.724, and Josh Rose, who's just retired, put in a 1:25.734. So wow, Switch just putting the car up into 3rd position. He has proved himself for quite a lot there. Very, very close to the top 2 as well. Not that far off all of them. About half 100. You know, it's sort of half a 10th gap between them. Looks like Vortex has just put his car up into 4th, or is that the box? Someone moved their car up somewhere there. So good job there. Oh, the box has just put in a fastest lap, a 1:25.3. So wow, that's 4/10 faster than Ali. So box, like I said, Switch has got one hell of a mountain to climb if he wants to challenge that Mercedes team this season. Let's see who's out. Who else is out? We've got Fire Legend out. I think he's backing out of this lap because he's about a second 1.2 seconds behind. I don't know if he's still pushing this lap or if he's just done a lap, but let's see, he's still using the battery, so I think he might be conserving it now. Backing off the lap, there we go. Pablos, I think he's coming out right now. Yes, he is, 2/10 faster. So let's see where he can place his car. Can he get it into the top 10? I think Pablos might be a rookie driver, so let's see where he can place the car. Oh, invalidated there. Really unfortunate stuff there. Car had a massive slide if you saw that, so fortunately he had to invalidate that lap. He's going to have to go back in the pits, get another set on and go again. So fortunate stuff there. He could have had a really good lap time there. He was 3/10 up there, so it's like I said, you've got to keep your concentration up when driving. You can't make any of those lousy mistakes. It's hard to invalidate. I think we've got strict rules on, obviously, so it's going to be difficult. Fire Legend retiring from the session, so he's confident that he can get into Q3, or unless he's accidentally crashed it out maybe. Vortex he's got his car in 6th right now, so that's a good job. Aaron's just put his car up into 2nd as well, the 1:25.582. So good job from some of the rookie drivers around here. Very, very fast. So this is interesting. I like this. We've got some rookie drivers in here. We've got some old drivers in here. We've got Persigelli down in 9th, so he could be struggling in the rain a bit around this track, unless he doesn't practice this track. Maybe it's not a track he likes. Some drivers can be quite picky. And Aaron's just put in another fastest lap just to prove his worth. He's put in another fastest lap, and Bears has just he's on his out lap there, I believe. I think he's on a flying lap now, but very, very twitchy on the exit there. That could affect his straight line speed up into turn 1. But so nice job there. Wait, who is Colin the Cobb? Who are you? Which driver are you right now? I've forgotten what your username is. Who are you in the? Which driver are you? Oh, massive slide from Bears there. Ooh, I just saw that on the replay on my laptop as well. Wow, that was a big slide there. That could really affect his time, really affect the acceleration off that corner. So he's going to struggle a little bit there to try and keep up. Let's see what the gap is when he comes to this last sector. Up into turn 9 on the grass as well, really trying to cut the corner fine there. He's 2/10 slow, so like I said, that massive slide is invalidated as well. So unfortunate stuff there for Bears. Gonu is down in 12th, so maybe he's having some rough starts to the race, and then maybe starts to try and pull them at the end. But he's invalidated. So Persigelli with a 1:24.971, and Gonu knows he's invalidated, and he's decided to spin the car, and that is going to be Gonu out in Q2. Gonu has pace, and the McLaren team need to keep that pace up, and he has unfortunately not been able to keep a consistent lap time to put his car up into Q3. Looks like Pablos is also finished. He's not going to be able to continue. Viper is also in danger here. If he doesn't go fast, he is 2/10 up, so he still has a chance. As long as he gets a good exit into this final corner, turn 14, he will be able to keep his position, which will put Fire Legend in danger, who has retired from the session. Is Viper going to be faster? Yes, he is. So Fire Legend, unfortunately, has put his car into into only P11. Has missed out on Q3 after a time from the session, only sort of 7th position. So unfortunate stuff there for Fire. Not expecting Viper or any other driver to go too fast. Switch has put his car up into 7th position though, so at least one McLaren driver has got it into the top 10. Wow, wow. Wait, Colin the Cobb, what username have you got on the EA game? Are you Ali, by the way? Wait, so you got Persigelli, who has just put a 1:24. I was literally saying, maybe he's struggling because he hasn't put in a fast lap. Oh, you're Fire Legend. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. That's really unfortunate, man. Unfortunate stuff, man. Fire Legend. But Persigelli, first position. I was saying he maybe could be struggling because he wasn't going particularly fast. His teammate was going faster than him. Maybe he just wasn't pushing. Maybe he wasn't showing it. But now he's up into first with the 1:24.9. So he's the only driver in the 1:24s. We've got Aaron, a new driver in the Ferrari 1:25.1, and then the box in 3rd position. Unfortunately, Fire Legend is out in the Q2 after retiring, maybe thinking he was going to make it in. Unfortunate there. So we're now into the big stages now. Only 12 minutes to qualifying for Q3. Who is going to get pole position? Persigelli already in the 124s. I'm confident Persigelli could get pole here. Maybe even a 1-2 for the Mercedes team. Would be nice to see some different drivers on that front row grid. But let's see what will happen. I mean, Persigelli dominated last race. He got 7 wins out of 13 races, 14 races last season. So absolutely dominated. But let's see if anyone can challenge his dominance. So people such as Josh Rose, he's fast. Callum looks fast. Ali looks fast actually. Aaron is very fast. Switch seems fast. And Box is obviously his teammate. Box is fast. So it's gonna be close. I think this season, yes, Mercedes are gonna be strong, but as long as the teams push well together and don't do anything, cocky, we could be in for one hell of a season, to be honest. Even though it's a 10 race season, could still be interesting. Fire Legend confident he's going to perform in the race. He needs to perform if he wants to deserve that seat and keep up with his teammate. Josh Rose coming out now. It looks like everyone's coming out except for Callum hasn't come out yet. Aaron has just popped out, so Callum, the only driver who hasn't come out yet, and now he is. So all drivers on the grid, so on the track. Unfortunate there for corner on the cob. Missing out on the time to get a lap in. I think Josh Rose is saying he's confident, he thinks he has decent pace in the wets, to be honest, he says. So Josh Rose confident he could get a front row here, but can Mercedes keep that front row lockout? Let's see. Viper, the first one out on the track, using all that battery he can use. Is he going to be clean into the first few corners? I think the first few corners here really decide whether or not you're going to be confident to go for a strong lap. Because if you mess up those first 2 corners, it really loses your confidence, and you really need to keep your confidence. I'm saying confidence a lot, I know, but it is all about confidence, this track. If you mess up in this first sector, the rest of the lap will be ruined, I think, because you're like, oh my god, I missed up that first corner. Turn 5, he was a bit on the curb there, so struggling a bit. Like I said, turn 5, difficult corner to get right. You can overdo it, you can underdo it. If you underdo it, you're in the wall. If you overdo it, you're in the wall. It's the same thing really. Hit the curb, you lose it, the car doesn't turn, and he's just invalidated Viper. So unfortunately stuff there to pretty bad start underway there in Q3. It's just invalidated. We've got Ali on a flying lap though. He's gonna have to move out of the way for Ali. Ali's been quite fast. Let's see if he can put his car into the top 3. Colin the Fire Legend thinks that Mercedes Persigelli will get pole. The second driver will be Aaron, Josh Rose, Callum, Box, Switch, Viper, Ali, Bears and Vortex. So that's his quali predictions for the top 10. Let's see if those predictions will work out. Very fast. No invalidations yet for Ali. He's in the 3rd sector now. Is he going to get this corner right? A little bit nice done there. So I say that it was a little bit slidey going into the corner, but still able to keep it up, consistent. Heavy on the braking down here. Really going to keep the car, so I'll go down to 2nd gear. A bit slidey there as well. And the Box just put a 125 dead, so close to that 124. He's close to his teammate, just not close enough. Josh Rose here away with 125.7. So he's going to need to step on his game if he wants to keep up. Ali put in a 125.57, so he's also going to want to keep up that pace if he wants to get that front row lockout. Switch on the 125.3, so he's been hanging around the 125.3s a lot. Can he keep up that pace and put it into the 125 deads or the 124s maybe? He has impressed on some of his qualifying laps. Let's watch Callum go out for a lap here. He's already done his 4 laps, so let's see where he's going to come out. 123, 124, 125. 1:26, so he's only cutting the car in 7th, so slowest time so far. Unfortunate stuff there for Callum, maybe a bit of a shaky start. He was doing well in Q3 though, so we can't judge him off that one lap. Persigelli flying out right now in sector 2. Let's see where he can stick the car. I'm confident that he can probably easily do this. A bit wide actually, a bit wide to turn 9. Oh, messed up his turn 10, potentially. So like I said, turn 9 really affects your turn 10. Is he going to have a bit of traffic in the way as well, maybe? If there are some really slow cars, I don't think he is going to because they're too far away. Matteo is here, he's just struggling a little bit. Probably to stay awake, to be honest. Let's... And he's put his car into only 6th. Persigelli with the 1:25.6, so maybe struggling a little bit. Alright, we've got... Who else is already... Is anybody else already flying out? It looks like an Aston Martin's going to already... I think Viper's... Vortex... Vortex is in 2nd. I didn't realise that. He's got a 1:25.1, so he's brought out a good simulated time lap there for him. Good job. Still, Fire Legend still kicking himself there for... he put Vortex in last. I mean, obviously, some drivers probably could have a first few poor out laps, so you never know. I think you know, Josh Rowe still has potential, and Persigelli has potential. I mean, he wore a 1:24 earlier on, so he's got to challenge his teammate at the box. Could have some good inner team rivalry here. It's not exactly the opposite of what you said. It's kind of. Box is faster than you think, Fire. He is fast. He was racing towards like around sort of the start and the halfway through the season, and then started to stop a little bit at the end. So I think maybe he was busy, but he is a fast driver, getting back into the season again. So. Yeah, like I said, I was saying earlier on, if you didn't hear, he was Switch has put Box and Persigelli, who were one of the two fastest drivers in the grid last season. He's saying that he wants the other drivers on the other teams to, you know, that is their target. He wants them to. It's kind of like giving them a target, telling them, you know, stop mucking around in this sort of mid-pack and fight for that first position. And I feel like we're going to have some fights this season, maybe with potential pole positions for Aaron and Switch himself. I mean, even Vortex looking a bit fast as well, looking a bit racy occasionally. I mean, he has slow laps and he has fast laps, so we have to see. Switch out on the fastest lap, he's trying to get out before everyone else does. So we've only got 3 minutes 42 on the clock, so everyone only going to have one lap out pretty much. I mean, I'm a Mercedes fan, but I mean, I don't really mind. I'm rooting for McLaren this season a little bit. I think Switch. He's given himself a challenge to climb. I was messaging. Let me get the message up. He said, I was pretty much interviewing him last night. So yeah, he said, my season was mainly messing up strats for the most part. Could have had way more podiums than I had, but he kept messing himself over. He says there's some really new fast guys as well, so that's more people to, you know, have to deal with. So we could have some really good drivers out. He says, I said, don't you think putting Persigelli in the box will just give them a dominant constructors? And he said, probably, but then it's up to everyone else to step up their game and stop bottling it. There are a few of us with similar pace to them, but just don't get the results because they get stuck maybe in mid-fights, or their strategies are messed up, or they're a little less inconsistent. So He thinks. I think he knows the other drivers have potential to beat Persigelli. It's just Persigelli. They're just giving him the 3 wins by mucking about in the mid pack. So Switch is confident that the other drivers could beat them in the constructors. Let's just hope that it's a bit better than last season when Persigelli was just winning the whole time. He also was complimenting his teammate last season. He was saying Gonu is crazy fast, but last season he missed half the season because he was busy. He said he can keep the pace. I think if everyone gets more consistent, we can at least keep it close. I don't think it'll be the domination everyone believes. So Switch, the one who sorts out all of this, and is also on the flying lap right now, looks like he's flying 3/10 faster than his previous lap, or the box's lap. I'm not sure which one it counts, but it is invalidated. So really unfortunate stuff there. I've just realised invalidated lap for Switch, so he's not going to improve, and other drivers around him like Aaron could easily improve, and Persigelli, Josh Rose, these people could all improve. It's so close between the top 5 in this race. So I think we've got a few reserves this weekend as well. So they're going to be trying to prove their worth and see if they can get some seats. They can try and get the eyes of sort of me and Matteo, and we can see if they do some good performances. I can, I think we do make group discussions. I think some, obviously, I think we should try and become more of a all the decisions should become more of a community thing. So where people, more people get involved, so we have more roles for people. So Switch only going to be in 3rd. Where is Aaron going to stick his car? He's in sector 1 right now. Callum is also on a flying lap. Some people are still on out laps. They've only got 40 seconds to get around the track. And the box has just put another fastest lap. He's put even faster than his original with the 1:24.789. 789. Nice job from him there, box. That's going to be tough to beat when the only second place is only a 1:25.1. So people are going to have to keep up if they want to beat him. The AlphaTauri driver very good to move out of the way there. He's going to... let's see. Is Switch... Oh, Switch might have another lap. I think Switch is saving off his battery. I think he invalidated. He's saving off his battery. He's going for another lap, and he's 2.5 tenths off. So Switch has got himself a lucky second lap out here. I think he's charged the battery a bit. Switch is going to go for another lap on used inters. Let's see where he can place the car. Vortex retiring. He's only going to be good enough for second, but like I said, other cars able to beat his time. It's Aaron going to stick a car. He's in a 1:22, 1:23, 1:24. He looks like he's going to be in the 1:24s. 1:24.74. So he is about 400th of a second faster than the box. He has put his car in provisional pole position, everybody. Where is Switch going to put the car? A 1:24. Oh, he puts it in second position. A 1:24.768. Oh my days. The top 3 they're all in 1/10 of a gap between them. There is a half a tenth gap between all the drivers in the top 3 so far. Ali has obviously boxed here. It looks like he's given up on his lap. Can Persigelli get it even closer? Boxed. Viper putting it up into 4th position. So 1:25.15. So still not close enough. But where's Persigelli putting the car? He puts it in pole position. The last world champion driver from last season has just put a 1:24.571. What a flyer there. Viper has put it up into 6th, beating his teammate. Josh Rose in 5th position with 1:25.006. So pretty solid result here for the Red Bull driver of Josh Rose. Pretty good time from him there. He could try and get a good jump off the line and box, but this looks like it's going to be the finish. So Persigelli surprising us there. Wow, brilliant lap from everybody there. Everybody in the top 4 were pretty much in the same 10th. Only Persigelli was like the odd one out there, but only by about two tenths. Absolutely amazing stuff, everybody. Stay tuned for the race because this is going to be pretty entertaining. Persigelli on pole. Aaron, our rookie driver, in second with a 1:24.7. Switch in 3rd. just off second position, very close. Box in 4th, unfortunate there, but it's still a good result for him. Very close, obviously, still, so he can't be kicking himself there. He's done a good job. Just really unfortunate just for them to beat him. Then we've got Josh Rose in 5th, Aston Martin drivers in 6th and 7th, and Bear, Ali, and then Callum. So this is how we're going to end off the top 10. Really, really good results from everybody. Everyone in the 125, 124s. So no one too slow, no one too, no one. I'm actually quite happy because there's not loads of drivers that are like crazy fast off the back. I think probably the biggest gap we had between like two drivers was probably the Persigelli and Aaron one. I'm not sure, but probably. I don't think we're going to get a safe formation lap, as before it had we had bugs last season, so I'm guessing it's going to be the same thing. But good luck to all the drivers. Everyone keep on the stream and please do invite anybody who might be interested, even if they've never heard of the Discord server before. If you've got any mates who are online and they want to watch something, please keep them tuned in, because this is going to be some good stuff. 18 drivers driving around a tight, narrow street track with 4 DRS zones. I think this is going to be pretty insane. Could be a replica of 2023 in real life last season. So could have some chaotic team rivalries to start the season off. Or is it all going to be clean from all the drivers? Are they going to all keep it consistent? We've had words with the drivers, and for the first time this season, in Season 3 for Tier 1 Racing League, we have 5 red lights, and they are away. Persigelli has gotten a good start so far. It looks like the Ferrari driver of Aaron is going to try and cover off the inside of Switch, but Switch looks like he's got ahead of him, and Switch is going to try and make a move around the outside, but keeps it safe and keeps it neat. Still in 3rd position. Persigelli able to push off of this. He's already got a big gap here. Box it up, is still up in 4th. Viper looks like he's made a move on Vortex, maybe, I'm not sure between the two. Looks like Josh Rose is making some lungy dives into the move of other drivers here. It looks like Bears is ghosted right now. It looks like there's been a bit of contact at the back here. Looks like Bears is still up in the position. Box has lost a few positions here. Pablo looks like he's dropped a few positions. MV1 is at the back of the pack right now. Pablo's has lost it. Who else have we got who's struggling? Massive pack fight here. We've got a ghosted car, which means it makes it look a bit more chaotic than it is. Fighting for about 8th position here. We've got about 5-6 drivers all in this tight section up into turn 9 and 8. They're going to have to keep it clean as they go into this section, otherwise someone is going to end up on the track. So it looks like everyone's straightened out a bit now. Looks like it's got a little bit neater. Gonu's up into 11th position, taking over Fire Legend. So Fire Legend's off position. Callum and Lila Bears is making a move. There's someone off on the back. Someone off. Callum is off. Gonu's off. So we've had 2 drivers off there. So unfortunate stuff. Pablo and MV1 of course had really poor starts. One's had a good start after block finishing, getting into Q2, so he's had a good start so far up into 12th. Persigelli able to fly off with the 4/10 lead in front of Aaron, but Aaron is fast and is going to stay on his tail. Can Switch keep up with the 2 of them? Aaron locking up a bit there, doesn't want to waste the tyres too early. Viper and Vortex still in 4th and 5th position. Box has had a poor start, is down in 4th. Ali's is down in 7th, so the Aston Martins have a really good start. Josh Rose is down in 8th, so I think the Aston Martins have really shifted things here. They're going to get in the way of the box who wants to keep up with his right teammate. I'm going to get all the details up right now for the position changes, give everyone a chance to have a look at the gaps and the position changes here. So no position changes between the top 3. As you can see at the bottom, we have some possible race strategies, the one-stop strategies, the soft mediums and the medium hards, but a lot of drivers look like they're on the hards. So maybe they're obviously not following those strategies. Obviously these are just the game strategies, thinking that, you know, they know what they're doing. Persigelli! Oh my days! Persigelli and Switch have already got 3-second time penalties for multiple warnings. What are they doing in order for them to be able to get penalties so soon? We're in the 2nd lap and they already both have penalties. Look at the amount of battery usage Persigelli has used. MV1 has already got 3-second time penalties for multiple warnings. Looks like a very looks like FIA is going to have a massive look into this race. Looks like a very busy race. And Bears is out of the session. We have a safety car. Bears is out. Looks like his car is binned on the exit of... What is that, going into turn 13? So he's had contact with the wall maybe. We have a virtual safety car. We might be able to hear about it in the Twitch chat, in the Discord chat later on. I'll keep having a look as the virtual safety car slows everyone down. That's really going to be poor for Persigelli because he was using a lot of batch to try and get away. This virtual safety car is pretty much just waste that all for him. He's going to have to try and charge up as soon as he can. So unfortunate there for Bears. He's lost it. I don't know if he made contact with anybody. We might need to get a Bears. If you're in the Twitch, please do clip that. So I won't clip that if they so the FIA can have a look at the incident, as we didn't get to look at it because it was quite low down. Clip it, let us look at the incident, and you know, Matteo, Switch maybe, and I will probably be able to have a look to see if anyone is to blame or if there's any just contact. So we'll have to see what's happened. So we've still got the virtual safety car. Persigelli and switch with penalties and MV1. So I don't really know what they've done there, but really unfortunate there for Switch. Persigelli. Persigelli is actually been really consistent without getting penalties. Like, he's really, really consistent at driving. He's smooth, but obviously, first few laps, he's pushed a bit too hard. Oh, and Callum has got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. Wow, I don't know if he's actually... We had a few bugs last season where it said people got drive-throughs, even though they did absolutely nothing. So maybe he could have had... Maybe it's a bug. Maybe if he has, we're not sure yet. We have to see what he reports later on. But last season we did have a few bugs where it would randomly give people drive-throughs for no reason. But let's hope that that wasn't an issue. Maybe he's just accidentally driven too fast. Overdone his delta. But wow, so. Fire Legend up into 6th position. He lost a position in 12th. There must be some massive. I think there's a massive collision because Bears was like in front of him around that sort of area. I think, which is why Fire Legend has gained so much. We are under racing again. Persigelli going a bit wide there. Maybe he could have get some track warnings here. And Aaron is right behind him. Is he going to attempt to make a move here with the battery and the DRS? He's got the DRS going down the inside into turn 8. He is ghosted right now, but he looks like he's going to make the move stick. Let's see where Persigelli is. He's trying to keep going around the outside. This is very, very clean, slow racing. And we have a safety car again, as Aero and Ali are both out of the session. Let's try and see what's happened here. There's been contact going into turn 6 and turn 7. Unfortunate stuff there, and there's another safety car. So Persigelli has got the position back again from Aaron, as it looks like he made the move under the safety car. Wow. Fire Legend saying he's just witnessed a murder twice, so it looks like it's getting pretty fighty at the back here. We told the drivers to keep slow, and Persigelli into the pit lane. I don't know if he's allowed to take penalties in the pit lane, but let's see if he is going to. A lot of drivers pitting off these medium tyres, they need to go on hards, to go for a long stint, then the softs. We're not sure. We don't want to get drivers tangled up and have a double stack. So let's see what happens here. Looks like Persigelli is doing his penalty right now. Let's hope he doesn't get in the way of the box, and he hasn't got out safely there. Let's see who's going to benefit off this. Fire Legend has not boxed, and he is staying out, and he is now leading the race from starting in 11th, right behind the safety car. For Ferrez, he started in last pretty much, so he's up into 2nd position, not boxing. So these drivers are probably taking the gamble. Maybe they're on the hard tyres. Maybe on the side, it looks like Wen's on the medium tyres, but maybe some of these drivers are on the hards or mediums, thinking they can go for a long stint, and then the hards. So wow. Interesting stuff here. Persigelli's in the 4th position. So obviously when they go into pit and stuff, this will probably all reverse, or Persigelli's easily going to get past his old soft runners. Medium tyre runners. Let's see the tyres they've gone on to. But Fire Legend was already on softs. I think he should have gone off. I think Fire Legend might go. I think he should go off these softs, because the softs are probably only really used for the race start, so he can get a good start. He had a good start up into 6th position. I don't really know why he needs to stay out. He'd already gained loads of positions. Maybe, I'm not really sure. I think because he's on old, he's already pretty much, those softs are already going to start struggling pretty much with like the amount of sort of fast-paced corners there are around this track. They're going to wear away probably quite fast. So he's on softs. He's probably going to have to. I would box. I would really suggest boxing, because you're going for it, but now everyone's going to be on new mediums, and you're going to be on older softs, and they're going to probably equal out, if you know what I mean. And they're going to last longer. You're probably going to lose position. I think you're already up in 6th position. You're already doing a good job up in 6th. Oh my god, that stupid promotion thing. I get these all the time. It's so funny. But the box has had a pretty poor start to the race, down in 11th. I want to know what's happened to him. We have to listen to it. We have to find out what happened to him at the end of the race in the Discord. I'll probably maybe personally message him so I can ask what's going on. But Box having a poor start, down at 11th. Maybe he boxed, so obviously, but still, loads of drivers ahead of him. And it looks like Persigelli has got. Right, Persigelli. I think he's had his stop, but the penalty still's there. So I don't know if it's. But anyway, he's got Callum in head, like behind him, and then it's Aaron. and Aaron was pretty feisty behind him, making the move from the safety car. He would have had him. So I'm thinking maybe Callum could get in the way here for Perseghelli to be able to push away and get past Wen and Ferrez and Fire Legend, and probably try and get them past him as soon as he can with his new hards, I mean. Yeah, Fire Legend needs to let those two drivers behind him spread a gap. Obviously there's some rookie drivers out here, so they could maybe be struggling with pace. I mean, imagine being in one of your first races and you've got Perseghelli, the world champion last season, behind you. So they're going to have to pull a gap as soon as they can. Safety car in this lap. So we're going to have the safety car in this lap, and looks like Wen has spun it. And it looks like someone's lost a front. Huh? Wen has lost it, and it looks like he's made contact with. Who is that? Callum. Callum's got no front wing, and Wen is spun. They've made contact somewhere. It looks like Callum's maybe gone to the back. I think Callum's gone into the back of Aaron. Maybe not realised the safety car packed them up so much. I'm so confused. It looks like we're going to be under-racing anytime soon. But Callum and Wen have just made contact, and Wen is now down in last with old tyres, and it's Perseghelli in the pits. Perseghelli's going to have to box again. So he counts his penalty, because the penalty didn't count. So he's going to go again. We're underway again. Two Ferraris now in the first and second position. This is probably how Ferrari want their season to go in real life. This is what they want it to be like. But I'm so confused. It looks like Goni's got a 3-second time waiting for multiple warnings, and he's let his teammate through. Very, very good stuff there. Strategical work. I like that. That's really, really good job from Fire and Aaron. Really, really good teamwork. He knows he's on new mediums. He knows he's going to be fighting for the win. He knows Fire Legend knows himself he's probably not going to have a massive chance of winning the race unless he gets a really, really good safety car chance. But he knows Aaron's going to be faster than him. He doesn't want to waste his tyres, hold him off. So he's going to do a really, really good job holding him. Trying to hold off the other drivers, but Switch already down the inside, already making a clean move. Oh, I've gone the wrong way there. But he's already made a clean move, and Fire Legend's going to start to struggle behind with his medium drivers to get a bit twitchy already on those soft tyres. And Vortex is already trying to make a move. That twitchy exit is past Fire Legend, another place, and Viper is going to be looking straight ahead of him. Not focusing on that payback, but focusing on that Ferrari ahead of him. So Perseghelli is going to have to. He's gone for softs, right? But his penalty is still not counted. He's not counted his penalty. I don't know if they count or not. But Perseghelli has gone onto soft tyres. Maybe he's gone for the wrong tyre, and he's going to have to box. But I don't know why he's just suddenly decided to box. A lot of fast lap times here. 1:19.9. I was so confused for a second why they were going faster than their quali laps, but then I realised it was raining. But look, looks like Switch is going to he's really, really pushing this season, but he's got that penalty in his way. So unfortunate stuff there. Looks like Box has just lost position to Payback. They're fighting away here. Payback is fast. He may only be a reserve driver, but Payback is fast, and the Box is, I think, is either fighting for that 6th position or Payback's fighting to get that 7th position back. Or one of the two, but they're stuck behind Fire Legend to get a bit twitchy there. Box, but right behind, he's already going around the outside before they even get DRS. It looks like Payback's run out, not using the battery because he knows he's going to get DRS. They haven't got DRS actually. But Fire Legend really used 2 positions in one straight pretty much, so he's now really trying to make this back when they get DRS again, but he shouldn't really break too late there because now he's lost a massive gap. He's already down to 7th. He needs to box as soon as he can. But really, really good job from the Aston Martin so far. They should be happy with their performance. They're happy with the tyres. They've got new tyres. They're in 3rd and 4th. This is good. This is good. This is good pace. But we know what Perseghelli is like. He is good with these first to first challenges. So let's see if the safety car can benefit him and he can get a good points result. We now have DRS re-enabled, and Fire Legend has now boxed. Yeah, I thought I don't really know what his strategy was there. A bit, I would have to say, not being judgmental, but it was a bit of a Ferrari strategy, not boxing off those softs at the start in that first safety car. But doesn't matter. I know he's a good driver. Fire Legend is a good driver. He's strong. He just needs to keep up the confidence on his hards, save them for as long as he can. I mean, he could hold them for 20 laps, to be honest, but he probably will have to go for another maybe set of softs if he's got another set. or a set of mediums if there's a safety car. Or, like I said, we're probably going to have another safety car coming along anytime soon. So I won't be surprised if he's going to make some quick moves. But that's the problem about going on the hard tyres. You spend all that time warming up the hard tyres, getting them ready, and then you get a safety car, and you're like, oh drat, I've got these. I'm going to have these cold hard tyres again. And yeah, so a big train here. Vortex, Aaron, and Switch all fighting for the lead. Box making the move up into fourth position, stealing that place from Viper. Viper probably struggling a bit more than his teammate Vortex. Maybe Vortex has a bit more track knowledge here. But a big race for the first position here. This is interesting stuff to watch, people. We've got DRS on Switch. It looks like Switch is going to be overtaken at some point. Probably not into this first corner unless he's feeling risky. He's looking, he's diving out a bit, but nope, he's going to stay behind. Sensible stuff, sensible way. I wouldn't make a move. He's going to get the next DRS zone. He can try and make a move down into turn 3. He's going around the outside. Don't do an Alonso, and he's done it. Nice job. He hasn't squeezed him. Good job there. No car flipping around that time. Looks like maybe Vortex could try and challenge the position now as Switch goes wide and he gets another penalty. He's now got 6 seconds worth of penalties of going wide. Really bad stuff here for Switch. He's got the pace, but he hasn't got the consistency. So, unfortunate stuff there. Gonu, his team up into 8th position, fighting away with Josh Rose. They've both got penalties, so we're going to have to interview them later on and see what went wrong with their strategy, and obviously with the penalties, what happened. But Aaron now leading the race again. New race leader. Nice to see a Ferrari and Aston Martin. You know, we've got Ferrari, Aston Martin, McLaren, Mercedes, and then it's Aston Martin. And it looks like Pablo might have had an incident here. Let's see where he is. It looks like he's off. He is off the track. I think he's got a front wing loss and he's decided to retire from the session. He has lost it in that turn 10. I did say there's going to be a lot of issues in turn 10. But he's lost it in turn 10 and he's not going to continue the race. Pablo out of the race. Unfortunate stuff. Both Alpine drivers not having a good start to the race. Williams not really having a great start to the race either, or AlphaTauri. So these teams are going to have to really step it up next race if they want to have any chance of keeping up with with these other teams. But the problem is we've got Red Bull with Josh Rose who's fast. We've got Gonu and Switch who are fast. We've got Aston Martin who are fast. Ferrari and Mercedes that are fast. So it's really difficult to try and keep up the pace if you're going to be slower than the rest of these drivers. So it looks like Wen is boxing for some hard tyres, and now it's really I was kind of rooting for McLaren this weekend. They seemed fast enough, but they've just seemed to have struggled a little bit here, and they haven't been able to get the pace up because they've got penalties. Drive-through penalty for Wen for speeding out of the safety car. He just boxed as well, I believe. So. Don't really know. People are struggling with penalties around this track. Like I said, it's a tight track. It's a fast corner and tracks at some point, so there are going to be penalties. Turn 9, turn 8, turn 9. So virtual safety car is now over. Shag with the second time penalty, and Vortex is going to be trying to push, using all the battery he's got to try and take a move on Aaron whenever he can. There's going to be no DRS, I don't believe. Around this first section, there may be, I'm not sure. Well, yeah, there is DRS because it's only a virtual, isn't it? Yeah, not a full safety car. He's going to have the DRS. As long as he can push away from Switch, he can really start to try and push on Aaron. Let's see what the tyres are. Let's see what tyres they have. So Vortex is on those soft tyres, which is probably why he's been able to push aggressively. Going wide there into turn 2, which is really going to affect his straight line speed around going down to turn 3. So he's going to lose the gap. He's obviously on these old and softs as well. So he was fast to start off with, but he's probably going to start struggling now, like he just did into turn 1 and turn 2. So 4 drivers out of the race here. We've got 4 different people in chance of winning this race right now. Persigley still could have a chance, even though he's got penalties. So these penalties are really going to affect the drivers' race results. With the constant amount of safety cars and virtual safety cars, I don't think we're going to get many gap pulls. But there, Switch making the move of Vortex around down the inside. Like I said, he's going to be struggling to keep up with that pace now. And he's got these old softs. And Switch was a little bit risky there, cutting quite a lot of the apex, and he makes the move into first. He's able to sneak around the outside, and I think he's just kept it in track limits to make a move. Look at the gap between the top 3 and now almost the top 4. And they're literally half a tenth, under half a tenth. Look at this, look at this. This is a great view of these 4 drivers. This is absolutely wonderful. Wonderful driving here for everyone. Now making the move back again, and Aaron getting that DRS is able to switch back into the move down the inside before the corner even arrives. Very, very clean. I like this. Switch was complaining about the drivers being quite, you know, aggressive and irresponsible when taking moves, but that was a clean, nice move. Switch was aware he was probably going to make a move. He had the DRS. This is really, really good, safe drive for everyone. If we could just keep this up for the rest of the season, I think the season's going to be great. I'm pretty sure, who said earlier on, someone said, I'm already liking this commentator. Who said that? Because I'm just... I mean, yeah, a lot of people say that a lot of people like my commentating. Looks like Switch is going to make a move back, and he's going around the outside. Still very nice, clean. I like that. This is actually really good driving here for everybody. Like I was saying, yeah, like I said, we're going to try and, I think we're making content one of our #1 priorities this season. So all the races hopefully need to be up on YouTube, like probably like the night before the next race probably. Obviously it takes a little while to edit them, and people have obviously a life to live as well other than just editing, but we have an editor who does YouTube highlights, so if you search up Online Racing League on YouTube, you will find our link. It's also in the Discord, so you'll be able to find that YouTube channel quite easily on the Discord, and also if you just search it on Racing League, and it will have the race highlights, so you'll be able to watch them back if you ever do miss stuff. But it's nice to watch it live because you get to hear, you get to hear all my conversations, because in the highlights you don't really get to hear all what I'm saying and all the strategies that I could be mentioning. So, and obviously, like, you want to hear about the new season coming out, this new season that's coming out. So it's a lot better to watch it live. But if you have to, obviously go, we will have them on the highlights, and it will be able to add popularity. Box making a move on Vortex. Like I said, Vortex struggling on those soft tyres. Getting a bit old now. It looks like the medium tyres are going to be a bit more dominant. Even them are starting to get quite old, 9 laps old, so they still could struggle a little bit. But it's still very, very tight. Vortex, almost making a bit of contact with the back of Box there. He's going to have DRS there right behind Box. Aaron also got DRS on switch, so I'm not going to be able to make a move into turn 1. And we've got a Sector 3 issue, and the Haas driver is off a little bit here. He's kept going, but we've got a virtual safety car. I think he might have spun it out of the last corner, gone a bit too aggressive with the accelerator, or made contact with another driver, but he has hit the wall, lost his front wing, and we've now got a slight virtual safety car. Looks like we're going to get underway quite fast, so as the danger is now cleared, unless there's a bit of debris on the track that the marshals need to pick up, obviously. But little virtual safety car should get underway soon, and looks like Ferrers has tired from the session in the pit lane, so fortunate stuff there. It looks like we're back again racing, and DRS is now enabled already, so obviously he's got no front wing there, lost it probably. Payback is a good driver though, he's strong, he's a good reserve driver for this team. I think he needs to prove himself if he wants to get into this league and get into Tier 1. I think he has a really good chance of proving himself. He's a really, really good reserve driver. So not exactly Ollie Bearman performance right now, but he is fast. Switch making another move. Shaggy's got another penalty, 3-second time penalty. I believe he got one earlier on. Switch has made the move back into first position. It seems to be a little bit of a duel between the two here, switching back every few laps. Obviously, Vortex has got really no tyre left, but he is just surviving just about with these DRS. Because you get DRS constantly. I think the biggest gap between DRS zones is in Sector 1 going into Sector 2. That first sector is where you get kind of the least amount of overtake options. It's only when you really get past turn 9 and 10 you really get that chance to make some moves. Ferrer is saying he can't finish the race, doesn't want to, so fortunate there. Switch making the move on Aaron around the outside, unless he was defending, I'm not sure, but he's done a good job there. He's got the DRS though, so I'm guessing he did. But then Aaron also making the move around as well, and also Box going 3 wide into turn, I believe turn 11. Really good job there, turn 11 on turn 12. Really good clean racing there, 3 wide going into that tight corner. You don't want to go off into the gravel, you don't want to hit that red part of the curb as well on the inside. Really risky there. Box really trying to find these opportunities. He's waiting, and he's now boxed. So Box in the box. Let's see if he's going to get a good, also Vortex in the box as well. So both of them decide probably to go on the hard tyres and go the rest of the race on hards. Oh, he's gone for another set of mediums actually. Let's see what Vortex is going to go on to. He's going to go on to mediums again. So mediums for Vortex, even though it looks like that's a bit confusing. He had softs on it. Look, they came off with mediums. That's a bit weird. But right behind each other, I think as Box cut him off. No, Box was ahead, but Vortex is getting very aggressive, trying to make a move as soon as he can, because they got traffic behind as well of Persigelli, who could really help out his team here. Persigelli down the inside. He's got in a bit of the way here. The really unfortunate timing. Persigelli going down the inside. His teammate could try and help him out a bit here, but Vortex just being able to make the move and payback. He's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So, wow. Vi-Legend and Persigelli fighting away, or getting in the way of Vortex's and Box's fight, which is now Vortex has lost a little bit of time to the Box, and that's going to be a struggle when you're on the same lap old tyres against the Box to try and keep up. Box is fast. He's consistent, he's fast, he knows what he's doing. So he's strong. Persigelli struggling a little bit with race pace. He's also got the penalty as well and messed up his tyre strategies. So we might not see Persigelli get the first win of the season. This could be some really good stuff. I think rookie Aaron could do a really good job here. Switch is definitely, even though he's got penalties, he definitely might have a chance if there's any incidents later on. Viper and Josh Rose fighting away here. They've made positions as Josh Rose boxes. He's got a 5-second time penalty for speeding the pit lane there. Unfortunate stuff there for Josh Rose. I know what pace he has under the car. He's very consistent in racing as well. Looks like Josh Rose is going to come out behind this mid pack between Vi-Legend. Persigelli now in the pit lane with another set of mediums. Or with a set of mediums. Quite a few penalties out on the track. Tight street track, obviously quite easy to get penalties. But you don't want to get too many like Switch has done. So Gonu up in third as well. I know he's going to have to box the rest of these drivers, but Gonu is up into third, so he could still get some, some decent points. We've only got 13 drivers running left in the race, so they're still up for grabs. Only 3 drivers aren't going to get points, and unless Shaggy or Wen or Callum can really put in some performance, they're going to struggle to get the points. So these other drivers in the top 10 can hope that they're going to get some points. Let's have a look here. And Switch is in the pit lane. No, Gonu's in the pit lane. After 15 laps on the mediums, I can understand why he's boxing. Oh, lucky not to get a penalty there. And that's what he's putting on. He's putting on the soft. He's going to go 10 laps on the softs. Here's Gonu. He's going to be far. He's got to conserve those tyres if he wants to keep them for 10 laps, or he's going to just absolutely pelt them and try and keep, reserve. Try and hold his position for the rest of the race, or he reserves them to start off with. Oh, close contact with Josh Rose and Gonu. That could be looked at a little bit. No contact, I don't think though. So I don't think it's going to be looked at, particularly. But if that did end up a bit dirty, that could be definitely looked at and can get a penalty for Josh Rose for not moving out of the way. Close stuff there. Josh Rose close behind Vi-Legend. Vi-Legend struggling to keep the pace up. Can Josh Rose make a move? He's going to have the DRS. Let's watch the onboard of Josh. Looks like the warning still something like making a move, but let's look at Josh right now down the inside. Has he got no clear move? Yes, he has, but he might have a bit more exit from out here. Right, Josh Vi-Legend's not going to fight it. He's on 10 lap old tyres. Gonu already making a move. He's struggling on those hards, and they've got fresh softs. Switch has lost position. He's boxed now. Let's see where he can slip the car up into. Viper, so where is Switch? Soft tyres. So another set of soft tyres with 9 laps to go. So he's either going to pelt them. Oh, Persigelli with another 3-second time penalty. What is Persigelli doing? Persigelli really struggling this race, and he's not going to get the win. It doesn't look realistic for him to get a win here. I think maybe he was hoping for a safety car, so then he can pick up the pieces and get a really, really good result. But there has been no safety car. Persigelli has just put a fast lap in, but he's too far back probably with 9 laps and 6-second time penalty work to actually get a win. So Aaron is very, very definite first position here. But we've had this in the past where I've been like, alright, Persigelli going to win, or Box going to win. Next minute, safety car, they've lost it, and now someone else wins. So you never know, you could get Box winning, you could get Viper winning, but this could get interesting, people. As Persigelli, the World Championship Masters, looks like he's not in doubt, he's not going to get the win this race. It looks like a very slim chance of him winning. So I think this season's going to be close. This is going to be close. Maybe Persigelli doesn't like this racetrack too much. But Aaron dominating the race right now, 6-second lead. He hasn't boxed so far. Viper, he's just made a move actually. I don't know. The gap was really big. Where is Viper? Oh, okay, he boxed. Okay, it just hasn't shown up. I was really confused for a second. Alright, there we go. Aaron in the pit lane on a set of softs. So everyone on those mediums. Oh! And 1-1. Gonu almost got cut off by Josh Rose, and then he almost cuts off Aaron. Very, very close on this pit exit here. It's also quite a risky pit exit, this track. They need to let the drivers get out on the track a bit early, maybe. But Aston Martin dominating this race a little bit. They've got no penalties, and if Viper can just cruise to a win here, as long as Box doesn't catch up on his softs, no, on his mediums, Viper is on 16 lap old tyres, so he's going to have to probably box at some point. But he could do the whole way if he's boxed. Yeah, so he could try and go the whole way. I've seen drivers go about 20 laps on the hards. He's going to have to go like 25 laps though, so it's absolutely ridiculous. Maybe a bit, 24 laps. 24 laps on the hards, it is possible, but Box has already knocked out a whole second on him, so he's going to have to box unless he's going to lose. He's going to lose on load of positions. I think the earlier he boxes, the better it's going to be for him. Just pop on some soft tyres, try and get out there and get 6th position, I'd say. Where will the other soft tyres running? But they're going to be on older softs, so if you can get out in between Gonu and Josh Rose, you could be in a real chance of getting 5th position here because you've got on the newer soft, so he has to go absolutely crazy with those soft tyres if he wants to box. But oh my god, the box has already just pulled out a whole other second on him. He's getting a second in about a sector right now. It's going to be a bit of a fight here as well, with the soft tyres bunch up a little bit. Persigelli obviously could have a chance of not getting the win here. Well, I mean, 10th place position. The gap behind him is pretty big, so he probably will stick with 10th position. But unfortunate racing there for Persigelli with the penalties. He probably doesn't really like this track very much, so he's a poor start for the driver. Shaggy is off. I don't know if that's a crash. It's a safety car. Safety car, is it off? Is that car off? It might be. So maybe Shaggy is just giving up, or he has crashed the car. But Shaggy out of the race, and it's now a safety car, which can really turn things around for Viper, who is now like, yeah, I'm boxing, fully soft. Give me that. He's going to go up into about 5th position here, I believe, with the pace of these other drivers. Maybe 6th, 7th. Wow, so really, really fortunate stuff there for Vortex, or Viper, so, and Aaron back up into 1st position. He's probably not going to box because he's only got 2 lap old softs. Josh Rose is not really going to benefit very well for this, but he is boxing now. Persigelli boxing as well, so Persigelli could still get some decent points, but there'll still be some crashes. We do have a bit of like, it's a little bit like the Australian Grand Prix from last year I mean, when we had a restart towards the end of the race, and there was massive chaos. So there could be some chaotic starts here. Another few safety cars still to go. Really, this race is not done yet. So let's see what these drivers can do. Fire Legend saying, "Let me cook." He's confident that you could get some points here with some new softs. Everyone except for Ren is going to be on new softs, and Aaron. So Aaron could be in danger of losing his first position just because of the two lap difference over tyres. And Viper's only 4/10 behind him. He's already right behind him, so it's too late to box now, otherwise you're going to lose a lot of positions. You're going to be down in 8th position, so he has to stay out on these 2 lap old tyres. I don't know when the safety car is going to come in, but let's see. This is interesting stuff. This is so interesting stuff. The safety car was perfect for Fire Legend. It was perfect for Persigelli, Josh Rose, Switch, maybe. I mean, it's just got penalties. That's actually quite bad for penalties. Persigelli as well. Maybe Persigelli is actually bad because he's got penalties and everyone's already bunched up again. He could lose 10th position potentially if Callum can catch up. So Persigelli could be a chance of winning at any point at all. Box, however, can get a chance of winning, so it's going to be a really good debut race for Mercedes on it. For his first Mercedes debut. So Fire Legend he needs to redeem himself, like he's saying here, only my chance to redeem myself, so he is confident that he could have a chance of winning. Just be really, really careful. I give you a hint, be careful on the safety car restarts to not go crazy. We pretty much have a potential win for 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-ish drivers, because the rest of them have got penalties around, like Switch has got penalties, Goney's got penalties, Fire Legend even maybe. If there's a big contact at the start, look how bunched up these cars are. If there's a bad start, Fire Legend could easily get a good safety car in. Let's go. Let's see what will happen. I'm excited for this. Let's hope there can be some action. Imagine that like the top 4 absolutely pile it up and lose it. Let's see what happens. When is Aaron going to go? Let's watch along. Let's see when he's going to go. This is a lovely camera angle. There we go. When is he going to go? He's obviously got to go until the safety car comes in. No one can overtake him until the red line. So he has got 2 lap older tyres. So he could sort of try and go early so that people don't get a chance to overtake him straight away and they're going to have to wait until that first corner. Viper right up his booty there. Right up his arse. Just anticipating when he's going to start. Is he going to go now? Is he going to go at the end of the next corner? He's using his overtake and he's gone. Aaron gone. He's using the battery straight away and he's already on the inside trying to cover off the slipstream, going all over the shop. Let's see if Viper can catch. It looks clean so far. And straight into turn 1. Aaron looks like he's got a decent lead so far. Viper following him. Box. It's all been a bit of a clean start here for everyone. No major incidents. Everyone seems to be close, but not close enough to make a move up into this first sort of DRS area. Josh Rose and Payback can fight in a way a little bit here. That's probably the closest gap we've got so far. Box already about a second behind. So it's been a very clean race so far. We've got about 2/10 between Vortex and Switch here, and Box and Switch. So Box and Switch and Vortex and Gonoob, and Aaron has lost position on the lead. Viper making the move, and Switch up into 3rd position, taking the move from Box. So Viper got the lead, and Switch got the lead. So, but then Fire Legend just got 3-second time penalty, and Switch has got another penalty for multiple warnings. Really unfortunate stuff there for Fire Legend and the Switch. Switch has got a ton load of penalties. He's probably going to finish in last position, to be honest, with the amount of penalties he's got. Unless the pack starts to split away again, he's going to have to really, really get aggressive if he even wants to get a chance again. Some points. He's got about 10-second worth of points. This is really, really unfortunate stuff for him. Look, 9-second worth of penalties. He's going to be in last position pretty much if he doesn't, do anything about this right now. Switch, he has got to pass as fast as that though. Viper has made probably most positions in this race. Gonoo's done a good job as well. Fire Legend's still done a good job to get 7th position. Can he push the car He's got a few second penalties, but Gonu has got penalties as well. Now look, Gonu trying to go around the outside of Fire Legend, but then Fire Legend's also trying to make a move on Vortex. I believe. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong names, aren't I? So Viper, Aaron, Switch also make. Look at the massive train. So from 7th to 1st, pretty much, it's all just piled up. So. Look, everyone using their battery, you can see everyone's already getting pretty low on their batteries. So Switch really pushing it. 3 wide, round turn 8. This is crazy stuff. And looks like Switch has got the lead. Massive contact! Gonu is out of the race. Vortex is out of the race. Persigelli looks like he's made contact maybe as well. I'm not sure. No, Persigelli, not Persigelli. Vortex is out. Gonu is out of the race. So Vortex is down in last after making contact with Gonu in turn 8 to turn 10. Fire Legend has lost it as well. He is down in last. Really unfortunate stuff there. He wanted to redeem himself. He's now lost all of that. This has really changed the end of the race here. Aaron down in 3rd position, really struggling on those older soft tyres. And Viper could easily cruise to the end of the race here, but Switch is going to have the DRS, but he's got that penalty. So as long as Switch can keep Aaron behind, Viper is thinking easy win here for me. If I can just keep the car consistent, no penalties, save the tyres and push in the last lap so he doesn't get overtaken. Box is still down in 4th position. Josh Rose up into 5th position. Payback, the reserve driver, has gained 8 positions this race, up into 6th position. It's a really good job there. Persigelli, who started this race in 1st, is now down in 7th position, and he's got penalties, so he could get a chance of not getting any points. So really poor stuff then for Gonu. Gonu was having a decent race, just got a bit bunched up in that turn 9, turn 10. I did say that turn 9, turn 10 is really tight. It's you're gonna get penalties for it. Look, this bit, I think they made contact and Gonu just whacked into the sidewall. It's quite a rare place to have contact, to be honest. Like, I know they were side by side, but like, it's quite a rare place to hit that wall. People usually go off the gravel. And Persigelli's off, and Payback looks like he's lost it a little bit. Persigelli off the track, making contact with Payback. I think Payback made a bit of a silly move and hit the back of Persigelli. Persigelli should clip that if he gets any dangerous driving obviously there. And Viper has got a decent gap between Switch and could cruise to a win here. Aaron is now down in 4th position, struggling to keep the tyres together. Josh Rose could easily get 4th position. Fire Legend has retired from the session. Really unfortunate stuff there. GG's from Fire Legend. He did a good job to try and race. And Aaron is losing positions massively here. And so is Box up into 2nd position. He's trying to steal the move. And Aaron's got 3-second tyre penalties. Josh Rose up into 4th position. Aaron's got penalties. So Viper, no penalties. Box, no penalties. Josh Rose, no penalties. So Box could easily get 2nd. Josh Rose could get 3rd position ending here. Callum, who was in last position pretty much this whole race, could easily get 4th position this race, maybe. So as long as Callum is consistent, doesn't get any penalties, he could get positions off penalties, and so can Vortex. Vortex, even though he had that big contact with Gonu, he can still end up in about 6th position. When the YouTube highlights come out, you've got to keep these last few laps on. I think we've got to make the highlights a bit longer because there's just so much action going on at the end of the race here. This safety car that Shaggy has pulled out for us has honestly changed the whole end of this race here. Gonu's out of contention. Fire's out of contention. Really unfortunate stuff to making contact. Getting bunched up in that massive pack at turn 9, turn 10. Matteo, you've got to keep the highlights on in these last few laps on the YouTube videos because this is really entertaining stuff here. Shaggy crashed out or retired, and he just made a massive safety car, and everyone's on soft tyres. And everyone's been able to benefit off that, and it's just been a massive brawl for 1st position. We're now on the last race. Viper and Box are fighting away here because Box is now in 2nd position. Can Box make a move on Viper? I'm so interested. Can Box get the win? Will Viper get the win? Will Josh Rose get a chance to get the win maybe? Can Callum get 4th position? Can Persigelli doesn't look like he's going to get any points. And Callum, like I said, you need to keep it consistent, and now he's got 3-second time of warnings. Box has run out of battery though. He may have DRS, he's run out of battery, and Viper's still got a little bit of battery left in it. He looks like he might keep that 1st position. He's still got another DRS detection zone to go. Is he going to keep the move? Box is going to be gaining. He's going to be gaining. He's going to be gaining. He's going to be gaining. Going around the outside. Ooh, heavily defending there from Viper. He's kept the position, but they're still side by side going into turn 12. And he's kept the position. Is he going to go down the outside? No aggressive moves. He doesn't want the counter to open them out. And Josh Rose is the man making it down the outside for second position. He's not going to keep it there. Viper is going to get first position in the first race of the Season 3 Tier 1 Racing League. He's going to finish first with Box, then Josh Rose, then Switch, then Callum, then Aaron. Jeez, the order changed a bit. So we've got Viper in first position. Vortex looks like he got up into fourth position there. Really, really good, even though he crashed out in the last race. Jeez, I was shouting at the top of my lungs there to get that last lap in. Jeez, that was absolutely crazy. Oh my days. Crazy shit, man. Really, really well done to Viper for getting that win. Well done to Vortex for getting fourth position. Well done for Josh Rose for driving a consistent race. He was able to win off those penalties, not getting the penalties. And well done to Box for almost getting that first position, but then also keeping it clean. If he had made an aggressive move, like, you know, I think he should be happy with second position. I think it was good and safe for him to keep that second position instead of trying to make a stupid aggressive move in the last corner. So nice job from all the drivers on the podium. A lot of penalties which really affected the course of the race. So Viper get first position. Then it got Box, Josh Rose, Vortex, Callum, Aaron, who had a really, really good race, starting in second, but then because of those old soft tyres and the penalties, he really, really struggled to keep that car up into pace and lost it in the last few laps. So really unfortunate stuff that Aaron there. He is still very, very fast driver, really still in the contention for winning the championship this season. Switched down in 7th position with the penalties. He got 9 seconds worth of penalties, really, really unfortunate there. And Gonu also crashed out in the last few laps. Then we got Payback, the reserve driver for Haas, getting a few points, which is a good result. Look at the penalties on the board right now. Persigelli down in 9th position.